Good morning, children. I welcome you back to the Information Technology class. Children, today we are going to start with a very interesting chapter, that is Introduction to HTML. Why it is going to be interesting? It is going to be interesting for those people who want to be web developer, who want to develop games, okay, or websites, mobile apps, right? All these things that you want to develop. And if you think how these things work, how these application works, how these websites work, right, games work. So HTML is like the ABCD of all this programming. Okay, when you learn HTML, you understand the how the programming languages work, how the structure works. Fine. Now, children, HTML, I'm saying you, it is an ABCD of the programming world. So, if you want to enter, you want to be a web developer or UI UX developer, mobile developer, app developer, you need to learn HTML. Then only you will be able to learn Java, C++, Python, Ruby. Okay, so there are so many languages to be learned. So, if we learn HTML, we'll be able to understand other higher languages. This is the basic language that we can learn and develop web pages that are simple. Okay. Now, see, children, when you go to the internet, okay, when you use internet, what do? You use web browser to search for something. For example, web browsers example are Internet Explorer, Mozilla Firefox, and Google Chrome. These are the basic ones that we use, right? So what do? You go there, you write something, and you get the results, right? Let me show this to you. So children, right now I'm using Google Chrome. Whenever you open any laptop or PC, you will get this Google Chrome is there or Mozilla Firefox is there. Any kind of browser is already there in your computers, right? When you click on this kind of, you will see that this web browser will open. Then what do? You type something here, right? On the search box, and it will give you the results. Like I am going for NCRT. Okay, so so many books are links are there. So when I clicked on this thing, see here, everything that is related to NCRT textbooks, okay, is here. So these are the web pages and the websites. And when I click on these web pages or websites, okay, what will happen? A new page will appear. So this is the home page of this website. Okay, and further, if you want to click anything, you can click here and you will further go to the further inside pages. Now children, when you see all these websites, have you ever thought how these websites are made? Right, see, this color is different, okay, and these, when I like bring my mouse here, see, the color changes to blue and these two tabs appear down, right? Then if I go further down, okay, see, these links are there. Whenever I'll click on this, okay, NCRT books for class 10 12, when I click on this, it will appear, a new web page will appear, right? So what books you want, related maths, physics, chemistry, so all these related things are there. So these things can be done with the help of HTML. Okay, HTML and further CSS also, that we are going to study in the next chapter. But first, HTML, how to prepare the standard structure of these websites. Okay, this is how web developer learn the basics of programming language. So now you know what is the importance of HTML and why we are learning this. So with this, let's start HTML chapter. Okay, children, today we are going to focus on the basis of HTML. What are the tags, what are the structures of HTML? Then we are going to start with the programming. Okay, so today just learn properly, understand properly, sit back today, relax, and just understand what I'm going to teach you, because this is very important. I might give you a project related to HTML at the end of the year. Okay, so be prepared. you should be very clear with this HTML, because right now we are not doing practicals. So be very clear if you have any doubt. And today I'm saying at the starting of this session, if you have any doubt related this chapter, children, don't push it back to the next day. Just ask me that very same day, then only it will be clear. Now starting with HTML, what does HTML stands for? It stands for Hypertext Markup Language. Now to break down this word, there are three basic or the main words you can say: hypertext, markup, language. So first it is telling you hypertext. What is hypertext, children? So children, to easily understand the term hypertext, I can say it is a text that is used to link various web pages. Right now we saw in our web browser that there are so many links. See here, these are the text, children. When I click on this, a new web page appears. So that is why HTML, that hypertext in HTML means these links, which text are used to link the web pages. Okay. Now next one is markup. Markup means, children, that it highlights the text either by underlining or displaying it with different color. That is what we saw here. See, these links are in different color as compared to this one. If I click here, can you see my cursor? It is just of that insertion thing. But when I come here, it is like a clickable thing. Okay, the hand comes, mean it is clickable and you can go to the next page, right? So this part is in different color, and right now my net is not working, that is why you can't see the underline part. But previously when I showed you, it was coming this underline part, right? So this is for markup. Okay. Now what is language? Why do we use language, children? We use language to communicate, right? So this language, this HTML, hypertext markup language, uh, like it helps you to communicate between the web pages, right? So these are the web pages, and if I click on this, this was a web page as well, right? And when I click on this, I will go further to the next web page. Okay. Now I'm using this term web page and website. Many of you must not be knowing about this. So let me clear this point to you. So children, to differentiate between web pages and websites, the simple way I can tell you is, consider website to be like a book, okay? And inside a book there are chapters, right? And in those chapters related information is there, right? So for example, like we are studying right now HTML. The book is of computer, okay? But there is this HTML chapter, and in these pages of this HTML chapter, you will find all the related substances and all the related informations regarding HTML only, right? So the book would be the website, and the web pages would be the pages or the chapters that is related to the content you are looking for. Fine. For example, okay, you all must have done online shopping. You must have done, or your parents must have done, your uncle, aunts must have done, some or the other have somewhat used online shopping at some point of time, right? So like for example, Amazon or Flipkart or anything. So when you click like Amazon, right? So it starts with www.amazon.com, right? So when you click on this, a website appears, and that is the home page of the Amazon. Now what you're looking for, it will ask at the very side, like this side, right? You will get that panel where is women clothing, men clothing, kids wear, okay, footwear, all these things will be listed out. When you click on this, so all the related, like if you're going for women's clothing, then under that also there is top, jeans, right, leggings and all these things. For men's there are suit, kurta, all these things. For kids there are different things. For girls it is different, for boys it is different. So the internal things are web pages, and the entire thing that accommodates is a website. Now are we clear with all the terms? Now let's go get further to the HTML. Now I'm going to read this paragraph for you, and I've already discussed with you, but let me just give the gist of it. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. I already told you what is hypertext. Hypertext means that when a text is used to link web pages, right? Then markup is when that text which is used as link is highlighted with different color or is underlined, that is markup. And language, we know we use language to communicate. So hypertext markup is used to communicate with within the web pages. Okay, now HTML is the major language of the internet's world wide web, that is for www. I already told you www.amazon.com, like this. So these things are the websites. Okay, most of the websites and web pages are written in HTML code, and HTML language is used to instruct the browser, the web browsers, how to display the hypertext, how to display all these links. Okay, and it helps to add pictures to a document and create links to other documents on www, that is world wide web. I hope now it is clear. See, all those terms that I told you earlier has been listed in these 4 to 5 lines. Now with HTML code and the world wide web, you have the ability to bring together what? Text, pictures, sounds, links, and much more, all in one place. So with the help of HTML and World Wide Web, what you are able to do, you can get together text, pictures, graphics, I'm telling you all about, and these are together. Now I have given you the detailed thing of hypertext, and everything is been written here. Okay, you can read it out for yourself. I already told you what is hypertext markup. Okay, now I'm going to this understanding tags, children. So what is tags? HTML tag is something that helps the browser to understand, to give the instruction to the browser that how the web pages will look like. Okay, how you're going to, like, you are setting the layout of your website. See children, when any person has to make a house, that person first goes to the architect, right? And they sit together and they decide, okay, room should be here, okay, bedroom should be here, kitchen should be here, bathroom should be here, like that. So HTML, you can say tags are like that. Tags are the architects of HTML. It will decide how the web page or the website will look like. So tags instructs the browser how to display that information. I hope that is clear. See, if you read the first and two lines, you will get the gist of this also. A document created in HTML is called a page or a web page. So whatever we create a page in HTML, that is known as web page or page. All HTML pages consist of number of markup tags that we are going to use. Okay, and these tags instruct the browser how to display the desired information. So I want to see my information like this, that okay, at the right side I want a catalog, at the middle I want to see the photographs, or at the side I want to see the price rating. It depends on me, right? So tags will instruct that web page how to do that. The browser interprets these tags. It will read, the browser reads these tags to decide what to do with the content after the tag. So whatever we are including in between the tags, how to display it, what to do, how to interpret, that is the task of the browser, web browser. And web browser example is, these are Internet Explorer and Mozilla Firefox and Google Chrome, right? So these were the web browsers. Okay, so tags provide ways to control text formatting, how it should be displayed, the text font should, how it should be shown, the color of the text. Okay, so all these things can be controlled with these tags, children. How to create links also we will learn with the help of tags. Okay, that links that is connected to other documents. So we saw how we click on those links and we go to the next web page. And children, what we will learn, what does tags do? It even incorporate images and sounds. Mean graphics is also there. Okay, graphics means images, sounds, videos. Tags help you to incorporate all those things in your HTML pages also. So children, when sometimes if you're running some websites, there are sometimes videos also running, right? Videos are there, audio is there, you click on that. So how that is included in website or web pages? With the help of HTML tags. Now tags helps to identify the major structural components in a document. See children, remember HTML is a structural programming. uh See, in your body, the head is at the top, right? Then after that is neck, then shoulder, then chest, then stomach, the torso area, right? It is not like that. Anybody is not having stomach up, then head, then neck, right? So HTML is also like that. It is very structured. If you write that these tags in a structural way, then only you will get the desired result. Otherwise, it won't work. Okay. Now, what I'm telling you right now, you will understand a little in these lines. Okay. First, let me read this part out first. Tags help to identify the major structural components in a document, such as the headings. Okay, if you write, I will show you which headings will be there for HTML. Then paragraphs. Okay, it will differentiate. Okay, this part is the paragraph, this part is the heading, this is the horizontal line, etc. So for every specific thing that we do in web pages, make in web pages, there is a particular tag for it. A tag begins with an less than sign like this and ends with greater than sign. And these are known as children angle brackets. Okay, so don't say just less than sign or greater than sign. These are angle brackets. Fine. Now children, to start with HTML tags, there are two types of tag. One is container and one is empty. Now container tags, children, what does the word container means? Container means you can contain something within. Mean it has a top and it has a bottom, right? Within it something is there. So container tag means that you have to start that tag and as well as end that tag. If you start that tag and don't end it, it doesn't it is of no value. Like within these tags, if you have written anything, it the browser will be able to understand. Okay, even if you start a tag and don't end that tag, then also it won't work. So container tag means that you have to start the tag also and end the tags, and these tags act as a block of text. Okay, now every container tag has to be closed by using a corresponding end tag. So whatever is starting, children, has to end. Okay, so these tags are head. So head is starting and head is closing with the corresponding. See, this is the starting, and the difference between starting and end is this forward slash. Okay, so this is the starting one. Whatever you have to write, you can write within this. Then head has to end with the forward slash. Similarly for body. So whatever in the web page, the body part, body is also a container tag. Body will start. Whatever you have to include within this, children, you will do that, and you will close the body tag with a forward slash. Okay, and title like this, container tag again, ending the corresponding ending tag has to be there. So you have to remember, to end you have to write with the forward slash, then only you can end it. Fine. Now next kind of tag is this empty tag. Empty tags, you know what this means, right? Empty tags means that you don't have to end it. It is empty, it is nothing with it. It just has to start, no ending is required. So these tags are known as empty tags. Empty tags do not act on a block of text. Fine, no ending is there, that is why they have their own specific purpose. And I will tell you what BR is for and what is HR is for. BR is for break, HR is for horizontal row. Fine. Now let's get started with the main structure of the HTML document, how it look like. Fine. So children, see, you have to read this part on your own. If you don't understand, just let me know. Now children, structure would mean how you will define the web browser should interpret your programming. Okay, so whenever we are going to start in HTML programming, you have to always start with HTML tag like this. You will write the angle, open angle bracket, then HTML, and then closing angle bracket. Fine. So why we are writing this in a capital letter? You can write in lowercase also, children, HTML with the small letters. But the thing is, it is better to write in capital letter because you can understand it more properly. Okay. So we always do this to write in a uppercase. It is not a big deal. You can do with the lowercase also. It won't be wrong. But I recommend that you do this in uppercase. Now HTML has been opened. So whenever a browser will read, okay, HTML, so it will understand, okay, it is an HTML coding mean web page. Fine. So browser needs to understand that we are making a web page and it has to interpret it like that. So when you use HTML tag, children, then only it will understand, okay, this is an HTML coding and I have to recommend all the HTML like all the library, all the tags according to the HTML. Fine. An HTML document always begins with an HTML tag. This tag indicates that the document to be opened in the browser is an HTML document. This is just to make the browser understand that it is an HTML document. Okay, now HTML is also a container tag. Mean if it has started, it has to end as well. That is why it is a container tag. So HTML document starts with an HTML and ends with an HTML tag. Fine. And we know how to end it by the forward slash, right? Now forward will move. It says the last line of the document is HTML with the forward slash, that is an end tag of HTML, and it will indicate, okay, the programming that we have done is within this HTML tag. Fine. Everything in the document is written between HTML, the opening HTML tag and the closing HTML tag. An HTML document contains two basic parts, children. One is head and the second one is body. As you can see in this figure, children, one is head and another is body. So HTML tag has just two parts, head and body. In head, you can see the head part, it is starting with head, closing with head, and inside it we write the title. So whatever we are going to give the document, the name of the web page, the title of the web page has to be written here. Okay, within this title tag, title open and title close, whatever you will name it, that web page will get that name, children. Now in body tag, after this head tag is a body tag. Body tag opens and body tag close. The main programming that we will do is within this body tag, children. Okay, this is the first part. It will be included in every web pages because you have to name it, right? So it has to have a head and it has to have a title. But within the body, what you are going to write, whatever programming you are going to do is will differentiate it from the other web pages, how the structure you're going to make. Fine. So that is what is for body tag, children. So you can read here this part, the last part. The head section contains important information about the document itself, such as the title. So what is the title? What is the name of the word? The actual text, images and tags are placed in the body section, where it is placed in the body section. Fine. Now about the head section. See, children, I've already discussed the head section. I can give you one more thing about this, that obviously I told you this head is a container tag. Okay, within this we just write the title of it, that gives the information about the document, right? So but you should be very careful that the title should be not very long, that it doesn't fit in the title bar, okay, of the browsers. It should fit there, that then only it would be visible, right? It shouldn't be very long. So you have to remember that. And in like this is the very smaller section of the HTML, right? And whenever you save, whatever title you will write here will be the name of the your web page, okay, whichever you are using. The only element required in the head section is the title of your document. Only this is required, nothing else. Do not type any extra text in between head, like this open head and the close head tags. Okay, now we will move to the next section. Please read this out. Okay, now the body section, children. This section of the HTML contains most of text graphics. It is repeating itself. All of your HTML formatting tags which describe the content and appearance of your documents are placed within the body. So I already said this, that whatever you are going to structure, like whatever you're going to decide the structure of your web page will be written here, children, within the body tag. Fine, whatever the background color, the text you're going to apply, okay, and how it should look like, how it should be interpreted by the browser, it is within the body section. Okay, now about one more tag, children, that is nested tags. What are nested tags? Nested tags is like a tag within a tag. So if we go back to this part, okay, let's see this part. See here, HTML opens here but closes at the very last, right? So it is this first thing to be started but the last thing to be ended. Then you can see this head part. Head is starting here, closing here. Body is starting here, closing here. So see, children, HTML is also a tag, head is also a tag, body is also a tag. So within HTML tag, head tag is opening and closing. Body tag is opening and closing. This is what is called nested tag. So what is nested tag? When one tag is placed within or inside another tag, it is called nesting of tags, and the tags are called nested tags. I hope, children, this is clear to you, children. Now the thing is, for today we will study till here. What is your task to do is to read all the topics that we have covered here, and if you have any doubt regarding anything, just let me know. I will clarify. Fine. I've already told you that the end of the year I might give an HTML project, so be prepared for that. Fine. And children, in HTML we will do everything practically. Like for that you need a laptop or a computer. Those who are not having that, you have to be very attentive. Whatever I'm teaching, understand that properly, and at that very moment only please ask. Fine. As the video ends, just message me whatever point you have not understood, because you have to make a project on your own. You might have to, okay, there is a possibility I will give HTML project. So be prepared for this. And for those who want to make a career in programming, see, children, HTML is the ABCD. I've told you that. So right now is the time to study for your future. Okay, people pay thousands and thousands of rupees to learn programming, and they have to start with HTML. Then only they'll be able to learn JavaScript or Python or any other language. Why? Because this is the ABCD of programming. If you understand this, then only you will be able to understand other things easier, in a easier way. Okay, so having said that, children, this is all for today. Thank you and have a great day, and keep learning computer.